Hello, namaste, I am Gilles Mansillon, and I come to you today to present a painting that was painted in 1999 in Denver, Colorado on a recycled canvas. It is a painting that represents the Society of Paradise, also called the Uversa Personality Register, or the 7 families of spirit beings. Although there is only one great family of being, and there is a classification of order, there is a divine order. And so on Paradise, the presence of God is overwhelming, not overwhelming, but obvious. There is no doubt anybody who lives there knows about God, which is not the case in the universe. But the first family of spirit beings is the deity. And so the universal Father, the eternal Son, and the infinite Spirit are the great I Am. They are beings that do not have beyond, they do not have before, they do not have after. They have no. They are absolute beings. They are the only ones that are truly infinite in the absolute sense. And so they have created all life in their own image, and even outside of the paradise and the central universe, they have created first the cosmos, but first the cosmic realities of time and space. And so on Paradise there live 3 beings, 3 levels of three different personification of God, although God is known as this Paradise Trinity, which is unchangeable due to its infinity and absoluteness. But as God could not be ever static, he has created the Supreme Being, the Ultimate, and the Deity Absolutes as different level of realization and ever increasing deity attainment through the mastery of time and space, and the transcendental level that will unfold after the mastery of time and space. So the Supreme is basically the mastery of truth, beauty, and goodness, or the integration, the full manifestation. And so eventually all the 7 super universe will have attained the level of light and life, and from there new levels of transcendental reality will unfold. For there are 4 levels of transcendental value and reality level that once all 4 levels are mastered, we are achieving the level of God the Ultimate. And beyond that there is still great mystery about God as the Deity Absolute, the Unqualified Absolute, and the Universal Absolute. Those 3 are actually one, but they are different, completely different forces that keep interacting and have mysterious effect. I'm just beginning to entertain to be able to decipher those energies. It is very subtle, but they're represented in these pictures. And so those beings are already actual on Paradise, but in time and space the Supreme will only be able, the Ultimate and the Absolute will not take on personification in time and space, but the Supreme will eventually emerge from Paradise and will take over the rulership of all time and space reality once all beings and universes will have attained their maximum level of spiritual evolution. And so here are represented the pre-personal spirits. For God as a pre-person is able to fragment itself, create pre-personal spirits such as the I Am Presence and other fragments of God. Above that, then God as a person is able to create, and God as a super person is able to eventuate, which means they're not created beings. All the transcendental beings are not created beings. They are eventuated beings, absonites. They're difficult. All this is very difficult to explain shortly. They would require probably more explanation. But here are represented the thousands and thousands and thousands of orders that are not represented in this painting. Then here we have the super personal beings that are quite very difficult of explanation, or even super personal beings are exclusively attached to the universal Son and related to higher values. So here they're represented as just a Son, because as persons we can only communicate with other personal beings. Then here we have represented the architects of the Master Universe and 3 other order of transcendentals. I'll try to. So those beings, those transcendental beings, when the gods created the universe of universes and announced the existence of those reality outside of paradise and the central universe, there was a response from the response was the manifestation, the apparition of 1,000 different order of transcendental beings. The highest be the architects of the master universe. There are only 28,011 architects of paradise, and the first and senior architects is the paradise architects. It is the once you reach paradise, you will be under his guardianship until you achieve deity embrace. And so those beings are exclusively paradisical. They occupy all the west side of paradise. And I probably will talk more about them, but not much is, we are not allowed to say much, and I don't know much about them, but I know more than I can say. And but for now, I just want to present this painting. Those beings are, there is transcendental recorder, which those beings record everything that happens in the universe that have transcendental values, and those two beings are master force organizer that prepare before the universal and super universal power center come into play to stabilize the universe. Those are they are able to transform the energies, the primal energy, into galaxies and so on. Then we have here we have the sixth order, and there are 7 order of finalitas, but the 7th is unrevealed, unknown yet, and so we don't really know what it is. But those beings are those who have attained paradise and embraced the corpse of finality. They will be used, it is as if God are preparing all those mortals who have attained paradise for future adventures in the transcendental universe of the future. Then we have the supreme spirits here. There are seven master spirits, which together they represent the consciousness of the infinite spirit. The first one is the spirit of the Father, then the spirit of the Son, then the spirit of the Spirit, then the spirit of the Father Son, the spirit of the Father Spirit, the spirit of the Son Spirit, and the seven master spirit is the spirit of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit together. Our own super universe is the projection of that spirit called Orvonton. It is the perfect unification of the Paradise Trinity and the less evolved of all super universe. And they are assisted by supreme executives and a whole array of spiritual beings that are unrevealed here. Then here is represented the mother spirit, the mother of the universe, with the 7 adjutant mind spirit, because when God creates a paradise son, Paradise creates a son to become the ruler of a universe. There is the infinite spirit always create a feminine counterpart to that spirit, so that they may come as father and mother God to the universe. Although they do belong to different class and order, they eternally serve together. Here there is the gravity messengers, which are pre-personal. Well, I'm not sure. They're probably pre-personal beings. But they are here classified as supreme, and they work with the finalitas to help them move from incredible distance in a glimpse of an eye. And here we have what is known as the reflective spirit, which there are countless orders of reflective spirit, and reflectivity is useful on many levels. But what is called reflective spirit, there is only 49 of them, and they have image 8. And so those they occupy the north side of paradise. Their function is to show the reflectivity to the rulers of the super universe, so they could understand the perception of each of for each of the sevenfold side of deity. What would be they would have a sevenfold perspective on how would God personally would deal with any problems. But in order to do that, they have to use image aids, because otherwise the reflective spirit would not be able to reveal its wisdom. And in the dawn of time, when the universe was first created, there was no such a center as the creative center. So God the Supreme asked for a resolution on that level, and God the Absolute created Majeston, which is the center of all reflectivity, and it's portrayed here. Then we have the Supreme Spirit, Supreme Trinity Spirits, with the Trinitized Secrets of Supremacy, the Eternal of Days, the Ancient of Days, and all the Order of Days. Those are Super Universe Ruler, the Ancient of Days. The Eternal of Days are stationed on the Central Universe, and the Trinitized Secrets of Supremacy are centered, are working on the Paradise sphere of the Father. And then in the Central Universe, those spirits are just working as advisors, when on the Super Universe level they are administrators. Then we have the associates with the perfecters of wisdom, the divine counselors, and the universal senses. Then there is the Trinity teacher sons that are represented here. Trinity teacher sons that are also represented here. Sorry, I hope this will be comprehensible. Then you have the Avona native that are here, and the Paradise citizens. There are 1,000 different order of Paradise citizens that are revealed. Yet many Paradise will still hold many secrets, no matter how much we know about it. And then there is what we call the inspired spirit of the Trinity, which is a great mystery. We don't know what they do, why they're here, how many there are, but they're basically everywhere. But nobody really knows. I mean, even only the solitary messenger, which is the highest level of the highest order of the higher spirit of the infinite spirit, are able to detect the presence of those. And so here we have the higher order of the infinite spirit, the messenger host of space, and the ministering spirit of time. With those are the angelic realms. The angels are represented with the supernaphem, the secondaphem, the tertiaphem, the omniaphem, the seraphim, the cherubim, the sanobim, and the midway creatures. Those are the main order of revealed angels. Well, then to quickly conclude this presentation, here we have the power directors, and the power centers, and the energy controllers. Those are not disclosed to Ascender, but they are those who keep the energies of space and all the even matter together, either in expanded or contracted form. And then here we have the sons of God. First there is 3 orders of revealed Paradise sons, with the Michael, the creator sons, which is here one of them, the master son, the creator son of our own universe, was incarnated on our planet. His name under the name of Joshua, or Jesus, the Christ. Then there is the Avonal and the Denial. Here we have also a descending son, represented here as the Melchizedek, the Varonandek, the Lanonandek, and the life carriers. Here we have the ascending sons of God and daughters, so that this is us, and the father fuse, the son fuse, and the spirit fuse mortals, with the angelics and the material sons and the personified I am presence. And here we have Trinitized sons of God, which is that's also an order that we'll be concerned with when we reach Paradise, because that's basically our destiny, is that we may become either mighty messengers, those high in authority, or those without name and number. They are also Trinitized beings. Then here we have all the higher help of the universe, which is like Gabriel, the morning star, is the head of all angelic legion, the first created being in our universe. And then the evening stars and the archangel and the high sons of assistants and others. Here we have the permanent citizens of the universe with us. Here we're still here all the way on the top, as on top of all the Paradise citizens, because God, once we achieve, no matter, we come from a very lowly origin, but once we achieve Paradise, we are really honored, because we have achieved a wonderful journey, and so we become very we are equal to those who were created there. And then there is the citizens of paradise, the citizens of the father sphere, the citizen of the spirit sphere, the citizen of the central universe, of the super universe, of the constellation, of the system, of the material sons and daughters, such as Adam and Eve. And then there is the midway creatures. And here we have the artist of heaven, the courtesy colony, the star students, the celestial artisans, the reversion director, which is the humorist of heaven, the traveling student, the ascending parent, the ascending student, and the reserve corpse. And so this is just very, very partial, and I hope you find this little presentation inspiring, interesting, and it just reveals something that is a part of our destiny, something we are meant to reconnect with. And to me, this, when I painted those paintings, it is somewhat of a window, a doorway into this energy, this reality. And so it is also a manifestation of a proof that the new renaissance is at hand on planet Earth, for those energy could never manifest on this planet if it was not such a case. So I hope you find that is little presentation interesting. I will of course return to discuss those and related subjects, but I wanted to make this short view today, and I hope you find both the painting and the presentation interesting. Thank you very much. Namaste.